Alright, so we'll take lessons from the Israelites this morning. Let's go to Israelites. We have time, we'll take some lessons from Isaac. But we want to take lessons from the Israelites. How were the children of Israel, how were they able to go forward? How were they able to march forward? Because there's a difference. Then how were they able to advance? Then how were they able to make progress? That's what we want to see right now. So go back with me to Exodus chapter 14, verse 9. But the Egyptians pursued after them all the horses and chariots of Pharaoh, and his horsemen and his army, and overtook them encamping by the sea, beside Pi-hahiroth, before Baal-zephon. Why did the Egyptians pursue the Israelites when they wanted to go forward? The Israelites had been in one spot, in one place for 430 years. They have been in captivity in Egypt for 430 years. Finally, they agreed to go forward. Finally, God used Moses and these signs and wonders in Egypt. First of all, let's see what time the Israelites started going forward. Please, I want you to follow me carefully. We read quite a few scriptures. Go with me to Exodus chapter 12. Let me show you the time. This going forward that the Israelites started going forward. Before they had to march forward because they faced opposition. What time was it that they went forward? I will show you why many Christians are not going forward. Watch this now. Exodus chapter 12, verse 29. Exodus 12, 29. Want to see the time that the Israelites began to go forward. The time that they left Egypt, where they have been in bondage for a long time, and started moving towards the promised land. We want to find out what time of the day it was. Exodus chapter 12, verse 29. And it came to pass that at midnight, if the Bible is yours, underline at midnight. Going forward starts at midnight. And it came to pass that at midnight, the Lord smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sat on his throne, unto the firstborn of the captive that was in the dungeon, and all the firstborn of cattle, even all the animals, all their firstborn died. At what time? At what time? Come on, I can't hear your voice. At what time? Midnight. The day begins at midnight. If you look at your clock, once it's 1 minute past 12, 1 minute past midnight, the day has begun. God did not wait for daybreak to clear off what was stopping Israel from going forward. God did it at what time? Midnight. Follow me carefully. Verse 30. And Pharaoh rose up in the night. When did Pharaoh rise up? In the night. Watch this now. So far, the Israelites are still in captivity. They have not yet been given permission to go forward. Moses had gone to Pharaoh several times. Let my people go, that they may serve me. Pharaoh has been standing against Moses, standing against the Israelites. God has used Moses to do signs and wonders. No one moved Pharaoh like this one. This one touched the heart of Pharaoh. This one shook the heart of Egypt. What God did at what time? Midnight. And Pharaoh rose up in the night. He and all his servants. How many of the servants? All. So that midnight was a special midnight. All the servants of Pharaoh were awake for different reasons. I can also tell you that all the Israelites were awake that night. That night was a different night. Who else was awake? And all the Egyptians. Look at your Bible. When you read the Bible, don't read it in a hurry because you will miss the point. 3 sets of people the Bible shows us are awake. Verse 30. And Pharaoh rose up in the night, he and all his servants, Who else? And all the Egyptians. And there was a great cry in Egypt, for there was not a house where there was not one bed. They woke up in the midnight to cry, to weep. Why? Because at midnight, God killed all the firstborn. There was no house that didn't have burial. Are you still here? Every house was weeping. I can imagine somebody going, oh, my firstborn. Why they are crying? The neighbor said, oh, my own firstborn too. The next one, oh, my own firstborn too. Oh, my own firstborn. Every house in Egypt crying at the same time. So even if you didn't want to wake up, when you heard the cry, you would wake up. Are you still here? At midnight, that is when the weather is very cool. Sound can go very far. So they were crying and in the quiet of the night. And so all the Egyptians woke up. They woke up to cry. For there was not a house where there was not one dead. And he called for Moses and Aaron by night. Who called for them? Pharaoh. That means Moses was awake, Pharaoh was awake, Aaron was awake. Are you still here? I left it behind now. Are you still here? Yes, sir. Some people, the way you sleep, that's why you're not making progress. That's why you're not going forward. You sleep too much. Even when you're awake, that's if you're sleeping. Imagine that when they called for Moses, Moses said, I'm tired, let me sleep. Would they have gone forward that night? No. Moses, how old was Moses at this point? $80 old. How old are you? At 80, Aaron was 3 years older than Moses. At 83, they were still awake at midnight. I want you to follow me carefully because they are about to start the journey at midnight. All the old men in Israel, all the babies, all the pregnant women, all the Israelites are about to start the journey at midnight. They are so determined to go forward that they will not wait till morning. Had they waited till morning, Pharaoh would have stopped them again. Are you still here? Because even when they left at midnight, Pharaoh still pursued them. And he called for Moses and Aaron by night and said, rise up and get you forth from among my people, both ye and the children of Israel. Go, serve the Lord as ye have said. Also take your flocks and your heads as ye have said, and be gone, and bless me also. And the Egyptians were urgent upon the people that they might send them out of the land in haste. For they said, we be all dead men. And the people took their dough before it was leavened, their kneading troughs being bound up in their clothes upon their shoulders. And the children of Israel did according to the word of Moses. And they borrowed of the Egyptians jewels of silver and jewels of gold and raiment. And the Lord gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians, so that they lent unto them such things as they required, and they spoiled the Egyptians. When did God give them favor? That night when they were ready to go forward. Are you still here? There are some things you are praying for that you will never get if you don't take a step forward. When the Israelites woke up that now let us start going, the Egyptians came to them, pack your things, and get up. All of you go, wicked people, go. Look at my son is dead now. Look at my firstborn is dead. Just said go. I said go. They said, please, give us gold. Once I told them, when you want to go, ask them for anything you want. Once I said, sir, give me gold. Take. What else you want? Give me that plate. Take. Give me that one. Take. So they packed everything they wanted and gave them. Because they are ready to do what? Go forward. Child of God, you have stayed in one spot for too long. It's time to go forward. Tell someone it's time to go forward. As a church, we have stayed in one spot for too long. It's time to go forward. The next breakthrough you are looking for will not come in Egypt. It will come on your way out. The next miracle you are waiting for will not come in Egypt. It will come on your way out. Until you make up your mind to go forward and start taking steps to go forward, your next level of favor will not come. The next blessing you are looking for, God has programmed it in front of you. It is the steps you take forward that will connect you with it. What am I talking to here? If you stay the way you are, you will not get any blessing this month. If you stay the way you are and don't take any step forward, those prayers you are praying, no answer. The answers to your prayers are not behind you. They are where? They are in front of you. The only way you can get them is by taking steps to go forward. Verse 37. Can we read together? And the children of Israel journeyed from Ramses to Sukkot. How many are there? About 600,000 on foot that were men, beside children. Wow. 600,000 men woke up at midnight, packed their things at midnight, and started traveling at midnight. What are you telling me? They started the journey that night. Many of us have postponed our going forward. That's why we have stayed stagnant in life. Many of us have waited for a convenient time to go forward. Well, let me sleep the daybreak now. Let me wake up. 8 o'clock I will wake up. Yeah, I will start the journey. Before you wake up, people have already gone forward. What am I talking to here? It's time. Tell somebody it's time.
It's time.
Come on, tell somebody else it's time.
It's time.
It's time, sir. Did they wait for any pregnant woman that she should give birth first?
No.
My time has come. They said, Madam, you give birth on the road. Enter. Madam, come, enter. Did they wait for any animal? They packed all their animals, everything. 600. How many were they? 600,000 men. Imagine the crowd of people. Now, look at me carefully. Have you ever packed from a place to another place before?
Yes.
Was it an easy task?
No.
Imagine 600,000 people packing. No, 600,000 families packing. No, you don't understand what I'm saying. Imagine 600,000 people packing at midnight. And they say, this one you're not coming back here again for life. Forever, you're not coming back here again. Back! Old men, young men, if you are sick, move forward. If you are not sick, move forward. If you are old, move forward. If you are young, move forward. Even baby, they say, Madam, carry your baby. They say, I have twins, tie your twins. Go, we're going together. Carry. You and everybody, let's go. And they mobilize themselves. 600,000 men. They mobilize themselves from all their houses where they were staying in Egypt, in the land of Goshen. Verse 38. And a mixed multitude went up also with them. Some people decided to follow them. And flocks and herds, even very much cattle. Their animals were also plenty. And they baked unleavened bread of the dough which they brought forth out of Egypt. They didn't have time to finish baking. They have to be cooking as they're going. Are you still here? I can't hear your voice again. Are you still here? If you wait for everything to be in order, you will not go forward. Write it down. That's the message. If you wait for perfect conditions, you will not go forward. If you wait to have all the ingredients, you will not go forward. They went forward anyhow.